My name's Derick Melander, and I'm a sculptor. We created a 5-foot by 5-foot sculpture out of carefully folded secondhand clothing with the help of 30 volunteers. I set up a round ring of sand dune fencing to hold all of the clothing, because it would have been so much that it would have just spread out into this really wide pile, and it would have made the plaza unpassable. The first thing we did was we brought all the clothing around the tables, one bag at a time, and we pulled through it and we sorted it by color value. One pile that was black and gray, one pile that was all warm colors, one pile that was all cool colors, and one pile that was all blue.
Cool, warm.
Those color categories are derived from what people wear here in New York. That was what was in my collection.
I've seen a lot of things that I could possibly utilize.
I'm a fashion designer. I have to amend my guild.
Such nice cooperation, you know? How come it's so hard to have world peace?
Have you ever experienced seeing underwear?
Like finding underwear in the stacks?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a special pile for the underwear.
Once we got all the clothing sorted, well, then it was about noon. We put it back into bags and labeled it as being warm, cool, black, white, gray, or blue. And then I gave everyone a folding lesson.
All of the forms have this black line down the middle. We're going to be folding everything so that it goes widthwise to the black line, and lengthwise, if possible, go the whole length of the form. I would take the collar and the bottom of the shirt and center it in this 12-inch space, just visually center it, and then fold in on the sides here. And this shirt, it's really small, but I think this will actually work. We end up having just barely enough fabric to make a fold here. Sometimes I just kind of go underneath, like as if you're picking up a little baby, and just put it on the stack.
Once the folding was underway, we started bringing the clothing as it was folded over to the platforms. Then they stacked the clothing onto the platforms, crisscrossing them back and forth, which makes them sort of lock together, sort of like the way bricks do in a wall. By people doing the work, actually, that I do, and actually folding the clothing, I think they probably thought about a lot of the same things that I think about, which is really who are these people who wore this, and that's really kind of one of the core things of my work, is that this clothing has been handled, this clothing has been lived.